My husband cheated the entire marriage. Hello everyone. Please like, subscribe and turn notifications on. It's free and it supports the channel. Thank you. This is my first Reddit post. My husband 20M cheated on me 20F. We got married when we were 18 after only knowing each other for 3 months. To most people that may seem like a stupid decision, but to me it felt right. He showed me what it was like to love someone unconditionally. I had never loved anyone before, and with him everything felt perfect. We started having arguments after a year and they got worse and worse with time. We would fight over petty things and turn them into fights where we attacked each other emotionally. It got to the point where he felt nothing when I cried. There were so many times when I thought that I should leave him because I deserved better. But I didn't, because he promised me he'd be a better person. He never became a better person and I didn't feel loved. I constantly felt something was wrong or that he could be cheating on me. Over time he turned me into a bad person. I would say hurtful things to him just to see if he'd shed a tear or feel anything. Then I began checking his phone constantly and I wouldn't find anything. I felt insane and he would call me a psychopath for obsessing over everything. But I just knew something was wrong. I could tell you every bad thing he ever did to me, but none of it matters now. I was on his phone 2 nights ago. I wasn't looking for anything. I went on his Reddit and innocently clicked the search bar. I was confused when I saw r/for Redditor for Redditor in his search history because I had never heard of that, so I clicked on it and was shocked to see thousands of naked pictures. It's a community on here where people look for other people to hook up with. I instantly went to his Reddit messages and saw him messaging men about his fantasy to be with another man and bottom. He had made it very clear in the past that he was straight and wanted nothing to do with another man. My heart dropped to the floor. There were messages from a month before we got married. Then I kept digging. He had created a secret email account to open various accounts on hookup websites like Double, List. I logged into his email because I knew the password he used for everything. That's when I saw he had given our address to a complete stranger male 2 days prior. He invited him over after he had dropped me off at work. I woke my husband and he denied everything until I showed him the proof. I could see the fear in his eyes, and then he lunged himself at me trying to take my phone from my hands. I had sent myself screenshots of everything and I changed the password to my phone before he woke up. He was furious. I forgot to mention, he's in the Navy. For those of you who may not know, adultery is frowned upon and when proven can result in you being discharged from the military. After he calmed down, he told me that when the man came and knocked on our door, he just ignored it and didn't open the door because he felt guilty. He still didn't see any of this as cheating. I walked out of the room and had a panic attack. He recorded my panic attack so he could have proof if I admitted to anything. I don't understand why he recorded anything. I could never cheat on him and he knew that. He had been cheating on me every day. Even when everything was perfect in our relationship. I'll admit that it's been a rough year for the both of us. My grandfather died and his mother died. These 2 instances did not make our relationship stronger. Just weaker. But nothing makes cheating okay. What hurts the most is that he gaslighted me the entire time and got me to believe I was losing my mind. I wish I hadn't been right. I've cried in front of him all day for these past 2 days and he didn't shed a single tear. He isn't scared to lose me. He isn't hurting. He feels no guilt. He's just mad he got caught. He told me he was gonna wait for me to go home to visit my dad for Father's Day to tell me that he didn't want to be with me. He had been planning to leave me. A huge part of me is glad I found out everything and it's my choice. I'm leaving back home. But I wish nothing had gone wrong because I have immense love for him. Even now I wish I could go to sleep and have this all be nightmare. I still love him and want to be with him, but he doesn't want me. I want a divorce so that I can be free and at peace. I never want to see him again even if I love him because he broke me. What's even worse is that he won't sign any divorce papers because if he does he will owe the Navy $25,000 since we were married for less than 2 years. Of course I would hate to see him lose everything. But I don't want a separation and then a divorce. I just want to be divorced and permanent rid him from my life. I know he never loved me because he doesn't appear guilty and all he can think about is the money he'll owe. Everything hurts and I just want to be back home with my parents and I want to forget everything. I leave back home Wednesday, but unfortunately I will have to deal with this for months and months because he won't give me an uncontested divorce. I have to go on base and report him for adultery. I have to go to court and fight until I win for a divorce. I asked him if he would go back in time and change things. He said no. I just want to be done. Edit. Yes, I clearly know I made a terrible mistake in getting married. Which is why I'm going through with the divorce. And yes, I know I'm at fault for many things. I did hurt him as well. But keep in mind, I was being cheated on and lied to a month before we got married when I had done nothing wrong. We're living in Washington State RN, but I have to move back to where I'm from NYC. He told me he's gonna lose his housing allowance and have to live on base. But he also said he'd lose his car and his credit score would be ruined. I'm calling the base legal office today. Yeah, he's lying to you. He wants to keep the increase that comes with being married to you. He won't have to pay $25,000 back. It's only if they find out he's collecting BA after you have initiated divorce and moved out. ETA. Do you have proof he cheated? If so, just threaten to expose him. Adultery is a chargeable offense under the UCMJ. He would lose rank and pay. Have him sign the papers and pay for your flight back home. Start selling whatever you cannot physically take. Put an MPO military protection order on him if he threatens you. He cannot come to your residence. UN today I learned you leave or has to physically be escorted if he needs anything. Hope some of this helps. Op, listen to this please. I'm sorry for your loss. I know how it is to lose someone you really loved. Divorce him. You don't owe him a thing. Go home. Stay NC forever. You will heal in time. Try not to let this affect your trust in future relationships. Good luck. You was used as cover. If he owes money, then that's his problem, not yours. Just move forward whether he contests or not. Once you get experience, you'll realize that a few months or a year is just a blip in your life. When they tell you they will be better but their actions tell you otherwise, you believe the actions. When they start putting you in danger by giving strangers an invite into your house, you believe the actions. Stop crying in front of him. You're right. He isn't scared to lose you and he isn't hurting and he feels no guilt and he is just mad because he got caught. Stop telling yourself that you love him. He does not love you. He feels nothing for you. That's a hard truth you have to face. He was willing to lie to you, gaslight you, cheat on you, open you up to STDs, and blow up your life. Is this the man you'll still choose to love? It doesn't matter if he won't give you an uncontested divorce. It doesn't matter what the consequences will be for him because he did not care what the consequences would be for you. Don't threaten him. Simply tell him you will leave. He is dangerous. Then go and report him and get to your parents' place where you will be safer. So you made a bad call in marrying him after such a short time and at such a young age. You can stop beating yourself up for that. We all make mistakes. When you go through with this, do not worry about what is going to happen to him. What it will cost him. What he will lose. He did not care what it cost you. And to the people commenting that are tearing you down, don't listen to any of them. You didn't know what you didn't know. Now you know better. You can do better. I wish you all the best. Be safe. Thank you so much for this.